Hey, good morning, Tracy.
Hi, Tonya. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I feel like we've been waiting to do a little visit like this for so long, so I'm so glad we finally got to.
Me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
good. So I'm here with Tracy Verdugo today, and I just wanted to ask her a few questions about her very wonderful new book, Paint Mojo. Yay! And for anyone not familiar with Tracy's work, the painting behind me, I actually completed in a workshop with Tracy a couple summers ago. So that was kind of when I first got the real taste of what Tracy's process was like. And it was personally transforming for me, so I knew it would be for a lot of other people too. And I just want to thank you for talking to me today, and I just want to ask you a few questions about the book, kind of what went into it for you, how the process was, and that sort of thing. Does that sound good?
That sounds fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first question I have is, in what way would you love the reader of this book to be transformed by the time they're done with it?
I think I'm looking at this book as a vessel in the same way that I look at the workshops. So, if I can kind of say that at the end of a workshop, I really want a student to kind of go away feeling like they have some sense of their own individual story as being important, and then also some new ways to kind of bring that forward, some new ways of thinking, some new ways to kind of to think about the possibilities of what is unique about them, and then how to actually put that forward in a creative way.
Yeah, I think you accomplished that. I think that's probably exactly what most people that read this book are going to experience. So, good deal. Is there anything that you discovered about yourself during the process of writing the book?
Yes.
Do share.
I discovered about myself. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm a person that tends to jump in to things. I get really excited and I have lots of ideas, and I often jump in before I really know what the project entails, or whether I can really do it. And I think that that's actually pivotal to the way I teach as well. Like, I think that's a good thing. So yeah, I discovered at the beginning that it was hard to write a book. It was like sitting there with your own kind of like, oh man, what should I say? And then the self-censorship that goes on. And because a lot of the book is personal narratives from me and from other artists, and about the creative journey. And you kind of think about, oh, if I say something about growing up, or what, my mom might get upset if I say that.
Right.
So things like that. Not that there's anything too kind of
Right.
deep in but yeah. So it's just getting over that self-censorship, and then just feeling, I guess, brave enough to just let it come out and just tell the story. Just tell the stories as they are, without worrying too much about what anybody's going to think about it. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
So you discovered that you were brave enough, which is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And how did the actual process, the book publishing process, compare to what you thought it was going to be?
Tonya, I had no clue. I'm so glad you were there holding my hand, even from afar, because I didn't know any of the publishing terms. I was writing back and forth to you, what does this mean? I don't understand. So I was just learning as I went along the whole time. But I found it, fantastic, like that you were able to kind of guide me through that, and I never felt like I was just, lost and didn't have someone to kind of move through it with me. So, that part of it was awesome.
What did you think about the timeline? Did it seem like it just took forever, from start to when it actually came in the mail? Or was it, did it seem about right?
Yeah, I think for me the timeline was great, because I had a lot of other stuff going on at the same time, and I was traveling and teaching and away from home. And in a way it kind of reminded me of when I was doing my degree, and I would have to do essays on certain, art history and things like that, and I would get all my books out around me and sit on my bed and spend 2 or 3 days doing an essay. for me, it's like I wrote it in chunks, kind of like that, in between everything else that was going on. So, you know, okay, it's time for chapter 2. What am I going to do with chapter 2? And so everything's on my bed, and I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to get all my thoughts. So yeah, it felt nice. It felt like I had a little bit of space in between each kind of section to think about what I had just written and what was coming, and yeah.
So
it was
some
good.
structure, but not so structured that it was stressful. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. That's good to know. So do you have a favorite spread in the book, or one or two, if it's too hard to come up with one?
Favorite spread? I kind of like the last one.
The last one?
I mean, you know, the last one is what I do, bringing it all together.
Oh, okay, yes.
You know, the painting from start to finish.
So the last exercise.
The last exercise, yeah. Okay. But you're talking about spread as in?
Yeah, just, you know, like what do you look at and you go, oh my gosh, yes, this is why I did this.
Yeah. There's so many of those.
I know, it's true. It's such a visually yummy book. I love it.
Yeah.
I love this one. I don't know why. I love this project.
Oh, yeah.
And I just love how all that art looks on the page. I mean, it's an exercise. It's not like it's a full spread art or anything, but I like that one.
Right. Yeah, look, there are so many. I kind of like that one as well, painting a memory.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like, you know, having all the photos around you that are a memory of something that you've done or a place that you've been to, and then just kind of finding ways to select little tiny pieces of them to bring something new out. Yeah, I love that one. Oh, and the palette painting also. That's something new that I've really been getting into.
Yeah.
So, yeah, creating palette prints and then finding things from those.
And you did one of the elephants in that one, right? I think.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, page
77. Got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that one a lot too. Yeah. Did everybody see that? Yeah.
And the thing is, with that, like every time I finish up a painting session, I just make a whole bunch of prints on paper from the palette so I don't waste any of that paint.
Right.
And then you've always got, hundreds of pieces of paper around that you can pull out and find things on and
absolutely. Very resourceful and a great, just a good creativity prompt, for when you don't know where to start. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, excellent. All right. Yeah. On the back cover of the book, it reads, "Break free of your comfort zone." Is there anything that you've done deliberately yourself lately to do this?
Well, it's funny that you kind of say that, because comfort zones are, they can be anything, can't they? And I guess my comfort zone lately has been a state of busyness, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I'm up at 6 o'clock and I'm on the computer and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and and then I'm racing out to my studio to do some painting. So the thing I've actually been doing lately to break free from that comfort zone is every now and again just going out to the backyard, which, I don't know, I kind of, that's out the window there. I don't know if you can see very well. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
And there's a nice patch of sunlight on the grass, and actually just lying like spread eagle on the grass. Mm-hmm. 10 minutes and just letting the sun just come down, and it's such a beautiful grounding thing to do,
literally.
Yeah. So you can get, I don't know, the computer gets you in a state. It's like a heightened kind of state of so that's one thing. Trying to take some more walks on the beach, which is right across the road, and I should do it every day, but I guess that's the comfort zone I'm trying to break out of at the moment, get out of that constant state of doing and just
sounds like the best way to break out of it to me. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. What else? I've kind of jumped into a different way of painting the last few weeks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I've noticed that a little bit.
Yeah, I guess this is also to do with the slowing down.
Interesting.
So doing some large paintings that are less, I often tend to work quite fast in the beginning, and just layers and then see what happens and scratch through. And I've been working with some transparent layers lots and lots of layers, but because they're so wet and fluid, I can only do a little bit at a time, very slowly.
Yeah.
And move away, and then come back and move away. So it's actually quite a contemplative process, and I'm loving it. So,
interesting. Nice. Well, I'll be curious to see what comes out of that some more.
Yeah.
I know you've been posting a little bit on Facebook. I've seen some stuff that's new, and so I look forward to seeing how that develops further. Yeah. Is there anything that I didn't cover that you would like to share about the book or the process or anything?
Yeah, I can't think of anything that's just jumping into my head. Let me just have a quick look through here.
Yeah.
Look, I think if there's anything that I want people to really take from the book, it's the feeling of being willing to kind of approach and explore your art making with this kind of sense of, you know, when you watch little kids, you know, when you watch like preschoolers that are like 3 and there they are and they have this paint and they're just going for it. And then you might see a little toddler like out at the beach or whatever, and just you can tell that if something's a new sense for them, like sand in their toes for the first time, or just something, they touch something and they've never touched it before, and they have that sense of curiosity and wonder. That's kind of what I want us to get back to. You know, get kind of like, we have so many experiences, and we've done that, we've been there, and I think there's a real gift in being able to get back to that feeling of seeing something as if you were seeing it for the first time. Yeah, and I think if you can kind of tap into that, it also is a way of like shutting off any of the kind of critical voices. Because if you're seeing it for the first time and experiencing it, then it's just like this, wow, oh, that's cool. Oh, let me try this now, you know? So it's not like any accidents can happen, because it's all just like this, whoa, that's amazing, you know, and you keep on going with it. So I think that's what I would mainly like to kind of partake, is just to, you know, have everyone just try and delve back into that sense of childhood wonder.
Excellent. And I think there's so many good ideas in the book for doing that, both from you and from the contributors. Everyone has some really unique approaches to looking at things. So yeah.
And can I say that, for my like when I thought about doing this book, and I just picked my favorite people and emailed them to see whether they would like to be a part of it, and they all said yes, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And everybody's brought their own stories to the table and their own take on what all the chapters are about, and it's just, you know, for one, it made the process such a wonderful process for me, because it was like, well, there was a kind of a dialogue, not so much going on between me and the contributors, but I guess in how the whole book evolved, because I would see what somebody was sending me, and then that might like spark something in me to talk about something else, and so it was just like this beautiful collaboration, and I'm
very
really
organic.
Yeah, absolutely. So that part of it's fantastic too.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, I guess that probably about covers it. I won't put you on the spot for any more questions, but I'm just so glad we got to do this, and I think it's going to be really great for people just to hear firsthand some of your thoughts about the book. And I certainly enjoyed working on the book. It was really a fun project for me. So thank you for allowing me to work on such a fun project.
For being there by my side.
Of course. Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way. All right. Well, thanks, Tracy. And I'll talk to you soon. We still need to have that mimosa brunch party sometime. Yeah.
We do. Okay. Sounds good.
We won't record that, though. We'll just,
All right.
Bye.
Bye.